Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Monday, the 17th of July, 2017. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of Aura News, bringing you the day's national top stories translated into English 6 days a week. According to the Civil Emergency Services, 15 fires have erupted in different areas of the country, including Vlora, Durrës, Berat, Tirana, Shkodra, Lezhë, and Dibra in the last 24 hours. 153 firefighters, along with 138 men from our military forces and their helicopters, are engaged in operations to extinguish the flames. The civil emergency specialists are keeping the situation under constant monitoring throughout the country because the danger of fires is still present due to the hot weather. The Civil Emergency Service has reiterated its appeal to call for citizens to call emergency phone numbers if they see any signs of fire. According to the Civil Emergency Service, 2 hectares were burned in Berat, 2 hectares in Vlora, and a small surface of bushes were burned in Tirana. 10 hectares of countryside burned in Shkodra. Here, 20 firefighting teams helped to extinguish the flames, which were favored by the strong winds. A significant area of pines and bushes, around 5 hectares, has been burning in Lezhë, where firefighting teams are having difficulty because of the rugged terrain. The Civil Emergency Service has asked Viva for the use of their helicopters in order to extinguish the fires in Lezhë, where the flames were putting homes in the Manati area at risk. After several hours of being at the ready, Viva helicopters intervened as soon as the strong winds were calmed. Viva helicopters have recently been flying non-stop over the rugged terrains all around Albania, helping the Civil Emergency Service with extinguishing the fires. As the candidate for DP chairman, Edward Selami, continues his tour of meetings, he held meetings with the Democrats of the Berat areas, listening to the concerns of the Democratic Party supporters, especially those concerns about the division of the party. Mr. Selami emphasized that Democratic votes in his favor are the first acts towards the union of the Democratic Party, saying, "If you really want the party to unify, then you should vote for me and then you will be united. I see a real chance to sign this contract together because the model I am offering is contemporary. I have always done what I have said." Selami has appeared optimistic after the encouragement of Democratic Party supporters in the recent days, having had the opportunity to get to know Selami and his vision. Mr. Selami reiterated his stance that it would be better if Lulzim Basha resigned as DP chairman. He said, "Resignation would have been an action that would have served him and the Democratic Party. His resignation would have paved the way to free process. Still, it is not too late to resign. Consider the candidate in front of him. He is very good and the party will be in good hands." Selami also called Basha a failed leader who abandons his promises. "There is a big difference between saying and doing. When you listen to Mr. Basha, you say, 'Lucky us.' But when you see the Democratic Party, you say, 'Poor us.' Theoretically, he knows how a contemporary democracy functions. But 4 years after his leadership, we are far away from that. Do you know why? Because he did not implement what he promised," stated Selami, who once again asked for Democratic Party members' lists to be published, an act which he feels would add confidence to the race, noting it is a practice followed in contemporary parties of the United States and Germany. During his meetings with Democrats in areas of Berat, candidate for DP chairman Lulzim Basha analyzed the June 25th elections by saying that the Democratic Party had its values and its program on one side, and on the other side there was crime, drugs, and the state, which engaged in massive vote buying. Basha stated, "Together we fought for decriminalization, we fought against drugs, and for free and fair elections. June 25th proved that these 3 causes are not only fair causes, but the most important causes for Albania and Albanian people. Edi Rama cannot guarantee free and fair elections because he has created a corrupt and criminal system. On one side, there was the state institutions, administration, police, gangs, money coming from drugs, and on the other side, there was the Democratic Party, which never pressured the citizens, never made any pact with crime, never included vote buying, said Basha. Mr. Basha said that his project aims to empower the citizens and members of the Democratic Party to make important decisions. According to Mr. Basha, the Democratic Party is the only one with the morals and values to take the country out of the crisis, expressing his readiness to continue this battle to the end. The EU ambassador to our country, Romana Vlahutin, praised the 12 Albanian students who won scholarships offered by the Erasmus Plus program. Ambassador Vlahutin called the scholarship an excellent opportunity and an experience that offers new chances, stating, "You are starting one of the greatest experiences by studying in the best European universities, creating new friendships and new relations which will follow you throughout your life." During the last 30 years, Erasmus has given 9 million people the opportunity to study, to be trained, or to get new professional experiences abroad. 9 million is thrice the size of Albania's population. Imagine how many relationships have been established, how much love, knowledge, and excellence has been fostered. Above all, how much Erasmus has changed Europe, as well as our perceptions of Europe, providing the opportunity to become part of this culture and contribute to such a unique European Union. The ambassador announced also that there is a scholarship program for those who want to be part of the Albania negotiation team for membership into the European Union. We are also presenting a new program for master's degree scholarships studying about matters related to the European Union. The program will be for those who want to be part of the administration, and winners will help negotiate Albania's membership into the EU, added Vlahutin. Erasmus Plus is an initiative of the European Commission for Education, Training, and Employment of the Youth. The European Environmental Agency has publicized its report on the air quality in Europe for 2016, publicizing the scary figures regarding the number of deaths due to air pollution in our country. According to the report, 2,120 people died in 2016, all but 110 of them being victim to high concentrations of fine particles in the air. 10 people are reported to have died of nitrogen dioxide concentration and 100 people due to ozone concentration. Compared with the figures in 2013, with 776 people reported to have died on air pollution, this year's figure is almost triple. Regionally speaking, the situation is alarming in Serbia, where almost 11,000 people died because of air pollution in 2016. Montenegro holds the most positive record in the region, with only 660 deaths caused by air pollution, according to the Air Quality Report. The report notes that the air quality in Europe exceeds the values set by the European Union and is expected to continue until 2020, despite a slight improvement over the period ranging from 2006 to 2014. The European Environmental Agency advises that efforts should increase to reduce the concentration value of harmful particles to values below levels set by the European Union. According to this report, efficient policies for increasing air quality require action and cooperation, not only at regional or continental levels, but also at global levels, which should especially affect the economic sectors and involve the public. The European Environmental Agency calls this cooperation important and necessary to achieve a protection of natural capital and support for economic, social, and welfare development, all points which are part of the European Union's vision for 2050 for good living within the boundaries of the planet. Tirana's City Hall has completed the reconstruction of the Salodin-Bekteshi Road in Administrative Unit Number 4. Mayor Velier just stated that City Hall has kept this promise, adding that such spaces have been transformed into appropriate spaces for the capital through hard work and the goodwill of the city. We have promised the citizens that work for improving Tirana will continue. This is one of 100 roads we are working on this year. Before, this was considered a suburban area, an area abandoned, and people from the Roma and Egyptian community used to live here, declared the mayor. City Hall did not only intervene with the road's infrastructure, but it has also created opportunities to re-urbanize the area. I am really happy we created a quality infrastructure with a kindergarten and a social care center. This means that quality investments are also being made in the suburban areas. We cannot develop Tirana by bringing everyone to live in the center, but we can by working with quality, constructing a good road every day, stated the mayor, who then announced that a school will be constructed in the area very soon. Regarding the situation with Tirana's drinking water, the mayor said that the situation is beginning to normalize thanks to cooperation with the citizens. Tirana's City Hall and the water company are determined to continue their operation to stop illegal water connections and to sign contracts with citizens who are currently using water without one. That's all for our English edition this evening. My name is Mari. Please join us again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for your local news in English. On behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.